Good afternoon, everyone. So, today I have a special. Here's a bit. I'm back with another video. So, I ended up buying something from on an online website. So, for those who know about, for anyone who knows about Chaotic, you know about the Chaotic tuber Chaotic Rudd, and he has a website that selling Chaotic cards, mostly good. From promos to rares, super rares, ultras. Yeah. So I end up buying one of these cards on his website. And I end up getting it. So right now it's packed and I end up removing the label so to avoid getting my identity piece stuff and get stolen. Anyway. It's actually, I wanted to get a card like this, so, this is, alright, so alright, that's here's the chaotic. So this is .com. Thank you. And here it is. This is the card I ordered. Heptad, the avatar of Chaotic, an ultra rare creature with minimum energy, 55 power, 55 courage, 45 in all power, speed, and wisdom. His overall guardian Muge. So Heptad has the unique ability to cast music of any tribe, and he's unique and loyal. In the flavor text reads, some impair believe that Heptad knows where the Galactica is. Whether he knows, if he does, he's not gonna tell it. And minimum energy being 50. So with his disciplines, it's gonna be real hard. So best bet is use battle gear like this, like the Citadel fragments to help him boost it. Although it will be hard, and he can use all elements. So I also made a fan card in Daphne from Winx Club, and they both have similar abilities, but Daphne had better disciplines. Anyway, that's... So now, here's the lore I made up for these two cards. So, like I said, I made a fan card of the Winx Club character Daphne in Chaotic, with her disciplines being much better than Heptad, with 90 courage, 80 power, 110 wisdom, and 65 speed. And she has ability of all elements. He can do all good at all elemental attacks, and can cast music of any tribe, as well as doing additional damage for elemental attacks. And she's unique, unlike Heptad, but she's not loyal. That because she knows there are good creatures of any tribe, including underworlders. In fact, itself in the lore I made for Daphne and Bloom, and for my fanfiction Chaotic World crossovers. Well, for those who watch Winx Club, you know that Bloom and Daphne took Bloom and take her to Earth. However, in my fanfiction, Daphne didn't take Bloom to Earth. Instead, Daphne ended up traveling across the dimensions, finding a way to keep Bloom safe from the ancestral witches. However, she ended up reaching the Param with Bloom, and they ended up winning the lava pond. However, in this moment in time, Maxor and Kay were actually in their confrontation and in their battles. And when the volcano of the lava pond erupted, both leaders had to get out of there, or else they could be destroyed. However, for at this moment in time, the eruption caused Bloom and Daphne to be separated from one another. While Bloom was found by Kaor, Daphne was founded by Maxor, where he took her to the overworld, and he made sure to take care. And he found he found that Daphne had potential. So, especially with her affinity of all the elements and her magical capabilities. So she was taken to be trained by Heptad, which she learned to master all the elements and know how to cast music of any tribe, including the ability. And believe it or not, she knows. Heptad actually taught her about the secrets of the Kathaga, which Daphne is one of the few who know where it is, although she tried her best not to tell anyone about it, being aware that the answer to which will come and try to take over Imperium someday. However, I'll make a revamped version of this card with her original form. So here's the revamped version of Daphne. So I end starting with her having her early season looks, with her being the nymph of Domino as part of it. Then for the subtype, I end up giving Daphne the same subtype that Heptad had. I also added giving Daphne the spectral subtype. As the thing is, in the Chaotic World crossover fan cards I'm doing, there are new types that'll be happening. And then with that, in one of the first sets, Dawn of a New Era, will have a Spectral, Fairy, Witch, and Specialist. Spectrals are the overworld equivalent to the underworld ethereals. While they're known to be spiritual in appearance, they usually are a bit more friendly and a lot more protective in their locations. They're not, however, unlike ethereals who are known to be born from the shadowy regions of the underworld, the spectrals are known to be creatures from once incorporeal and then becoming spirits over time. That's the case with Daphne with the Serenic Curse. However, for disciplines, I end up having Daphne having 90 courage, power 85, and her wisdom being 100, and her speed being the same than her old card. And I end up making sure her ability being with her dealing more damage to attacks by 5, and the ability to cast music of any tribe. And I added a flavor text that allow to tie to the store to my fan fiction, with in this case Daphne being separated at some point in time. When Bloom and Daphne went to Param, both were separated. Daphne went to the overworld while Bloom went to the underworld. However, Daphne is hoping for at some point that she can meet her sister again and reunite. Anyway, let's get back to the video. So this is my video of the male opening of my chaotic card Heptad. So I wanted to have a Heptad because for my play styles, as I'm a chaotic player who's overworlders, but I mostly also like creatures who have the ability to cast music of any tribe, as it adds more diversity and more usefulness. And Heptad here has shown that its utility. Although his discipline may be lacking, but with the right battle gear, you can help, and his elements also make up for this as well. As he can do good with any elemental types, including the powerful Armageddon, but you have to be careful that his disciplines, and it will be one way to live. But if you play, if you like Master Krillin said, it's not about the cards. You have the player use these cards. In the case of Heptad, you can give him a battle gear that can help him put up a fight, especially with the Citadel fragments being granting 20 disciplines. Since Heptad have 4 elements, and each is 5, Heptad could get 20 disciplines, and he'll have 20 energy, gain 20 energy, making him good for stalling. Although attacks, he can, like I said, he's good with elemental attacks and possibly good with an elemental deck. But his lack of only one magician, it'll be hard. But any location that can help, location that can grant him a magician or allow to get one, it will be very useful. Anyway, what I recommend about the Chaotic Raw card online website? Yes, I do. But for me, I end up getting this card really cheap for at least $25 with it'd be $31 for tax. Anyway, I hope you all have a wonderful day, and for those who play chaotic, hope you really can be chaotic. Anyway, that's all. Take care.